Yahoo Fantasy Auto Racing Week 27 in the Tucson Racing Group. This is your Week 27 review of the Sylvania 300 held at the New Hampshire International Speedway on Sunday. This was chase race number 1 in the NASCAR playoffs. NASCAR, the 10-race chase for the Cup, began this Sunday in the Sprint Cup Series. Your results from the race: Clint Bowyer picks up a win after going more than 80 races without a victory. Clint Bowyer, your victor, taking over the race lead as Tony Stewart coasted across the line, running out of gas on the white flag lap. He was followed by Denny Hamlin in second place, Jamie McMurray third, Dale Earnhardt Jr. with a surprising fourth, and Kevin Harvick came home in fifth. In the overall point standings, now that the playoffs are in effect, everything was jumbled up after the Richmond race. Denny Hamlin retains the points lead now, just 35 points though ahead of Clint Bowyer, as the top two finishers in the race are 1 and 2 in the points, only reversed. Third in points, Kevin Harvick is just 45 out of first place, with Kyle Busch in fourth and Jeff Gordon in fifth, all within 85 points of the lead. Your race notes: Brad Keselowski, the surprising pole winner. Brad is one of just 3 drivers on the circuit that has started every race this season and has yet to rack up a top 10 finish. Keselowski would have a disappointing finish, finishing 18th when all was said and done, but he was able to run in the top 5 for a portion of the race, and also left his mark on the chase as he spun out Matt Kenseth later on in the race and put Kenseth and the championship hopes he had in the wall. Very aggressive driving defined this race. Very early on, a lot of chasers were stuck in the back of the pack or in the middle of the field, and working their way to the front, they were very, very aggressive. That included Jimmie Johnson, who was 3 wide multiple times and got into it with Denny Hamlin at one point. Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch, and others were all very aggressive in their quest to try to get out of the middle of the pack and get towards the front. Early in this race, 6 out of the 10 people in the top 10 were non-chasers, and that quickly flipped to 8 of the top 10 being chasers for much of the latter portion of the race. Pitch strategy managed to keep some of the chasers in the back, as a 2-tire strategy wound up paying off for a lot of teams. A lot of times this year we've seen 2-tire strategies not work, as 4 tires have been the prevailing effort that was necessary to take the lead. 2 tires was usually not enough to hold off other people. So this week we saw a change in that strategy, as 2 tires was able to keep people up front. Clint Bowyer was able to get into the lead this way and wound up dominating a huge chunk of this race. Led the most laps, led a lot of laps compared to how many he's led this season in other races combined. Bowyer was definitely the class of the field on Sunday. There were some spins by chase racers, those chasing the championship, including Kurt Busch, Jimmie Johnson, Denny Hamlin, and Kyle Busch. One incident actually included both Busches and Johnson all spinning, and Carl Edwards squeaking out of the accident unscathed. So the chasers definitely created high drama and tension throughout the event. Matt Kenseth, as we mentioned, was wrecked. He wound up in the wall. He was the one chase racer who wound up in trouble by day's end. Jimmie Johnson, though, also saw trouble with not the wall, but actually with his car. He had a loose wheel with less than 50 laps to go and was forced to pit under green. This put him a lap down, almost 2 laps down, and he was unable to recover. It was also a bad day for some non-points chasing racers. Mark Martin, Joey Logano, Scott Speed, and Paul Menard all had very rough outings. Martin actually found the wall. Logano was spun out and put in the wall. Scott Speed was under the weather all day and also hit the wall. And Paul Menard actually had a pretty decent starting position, but wound up really showing no signs of that starting position in the way he ran his race. Fuel mileage wound up defining the end of this race, as Jeff Burton, running in the top 5, wound up running out of gas with 2 laps to go. And Tony Stewart, leading the event, coming to the final lap, ran out of gas, allowing Clint Bowyer to pass him, lead the final lap, and take the victory. Stewart wound up losing 94 points by staying out. If he had just pitted, he probably would have lost the race, but he would have at least made up a few of those positions he wound up losing. Stewart wound up coming home in 24th. That cost him 94 points and puts him mired back in I believe it's 9th position in the point standings now, while Clint Bowyer capitalizes with the victory. In the Tucson Racing League, we want to talk about the Fantasy League here. The 5th win of the season goes to Lightning McQueen, who picked up 340 points in what was actually a pretty good day for a lot of teams in the league. McQueen wound up with a 17-point victory on the heels of Kyle Busch's 9th place finish in Group A, and then starting race winner Clint Bowyer for first and Jamie McMurray in third in Group B. That was capped off with Regan Smith, who was one of the better C drivers this week, finishing 19th to round out Lightning McQueen's starting roster. Second this week was Whoa, a left turn with 323 points, just 17 out of first. Starting first place Clint Bowyer and 6th place Jeff Gordon, as well as 12th place AJ Allmendinger and 23rd Matt Kenseth. Had Kenseth not found the wall late in the race, Kenseth may have actually led Whoa to victory this week. Whoa also had 4 bonus points from qualifying. Third this week, Oh No, a blowout with 310 points, missing out on first by just 30 points. Had 3 drivers in the top 6 with Clint Bowyer, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Jeff Gordon, and then the disappointing Scott Speed bogged down this team, finishing 36th. Fourth this week was a tie between High, Wide, and Handsome and Greek Thunder, both scoring 301 points, but with a different set of drivers. These two teams were 39 points out of first place when all is said and done. For High, Wide, and Handsome, first and second this week with Clint Bowyer and Denny Hamlin, but then 15th was Jeff Burton. Had he not run out of gas, things probably would have been a lot different, and the disappointing Paul Menard, who came home in 28th. Greek Thunder managed to get fourth with Clint Bowyer, starting him first, and then 2 drivers in the top 10 with Jeff Gordon in 6th and Ryan Newman in 8th, but Greek Thunder also started the disappointing Scott Speed. 6th this week, The Wall always wins with 288 points, 52 off the pace this week. Started 1 driver who managed to finish in the top 10, that was David Rudiman in 7th, but then had 3 drivers in 11th through 15th, with Carl Edwards 11th, AJ Allmendinger 12th, and Jeff Burton in 15th. So a mediocre day results in a 6th place finish as a result, after everybody else had fairly decent days, especially those who started Clint Bowyer. 7th this week, Team Edwards the driver, with 2nd place Denny Hamlin in Group A, but then 3 drivers finishing 18th through 19th. Jeff Burton in 15th, Brad Keselowski 18th, and Regan Smith 19th for 280 points for Team Edwards. 8th this week, Hulk Smash with 274 points, 66 off the pace. Picked up first place Clint Bowyer, but then had 15th Jeff Burton, 19th Regan Smith, and Jimmy Johnson with the disappointing 25th out of Group A. And rounding out the field this week, Kane Rules set the lineup finally. Picked up 2 drivers in the top 10 out of Group B with Kevin Harvick 5th and David Rudiman 7th, but had Kurt Busch with his mediocre 13th place out of Group A and Paul Menard with 28th in Group C for just 262 points, 78 off the race winner. The overall standings look like this. High, Wide, and Handsome has a little bit of the lead sawed away, now has over 7,400 points, with Lightning McQueen 277 points back. Hulk Smash sits third with 452 points, is 452 points off the pace, and The Wall always wins, sits fourth, 581 out of first. Fifth, rounding out the top 5, Greek Thunder is 861 points out of first place, and Team Edwards is now 927 out of first. Whoa, a left turn sits 2,315 points out of first, with Oh No, a blowout now over 100 points behind Whoa. And then rounding out the field is Kane Rules, who is now 5,009 points out of first. Week 28 comes up next Sunday. Chase race number 2 in the NASCAR Sprint Cup playoffs. The AAA 400 from the Dover International Speedway, the 1-mile high-bank concrete oval, will be the home of Chase race number 2. Your pool will lock Friday at 2 a.m. for your fantasy team, and starters will lock at Sunday at approximately 10 a.m. So you'll want to make sure you have your lineup set for Dover Chase race number 2. We'll check back with you next weekend with a recap of Week 28 in the Tucson Racing Yahoo Fantasy Auto Racing League.